Hi guys, thought I'd share this little video with you. I'm using different size one stroke brushes here, and then I've got some detail brushes to help me with swirls and teardrops and stuff. So I've got some lovely brushes here. Most of these I use in my my go-to brush set, which I also sell on my website, and they are Rosemary and Co brushes. The one brush that I showed you at the end is very tired and very used and doesn't really act as a liner brush anymore, but I'm going to show you how you can still use them rather than sticking them in the bin. Oh my god, you can see my attractive reflection there in the paint palette. My goodness, I look very serious. Right, so I've just got this little palette, and I actually really like this colour. It's like a white with some goldy and brown colours. It's very subtle, and when you put it next to pink, it can look so lovely. So what am I showing you here? Anyway, I'm showing you balance. I'm showing you that if you go side to side for a princess crown, this could work beautifully. So this is the 3/4 brush in use, so you can see me flipping the brush, and this style is the most forgiving sort of shape for a princess face. It's quick, you don't have to be as accurate as when you do the rounder kind of mussel shell type shape, although I do teach that as a structured stroke when I teach one stroke, online or in person. This is the smaller, this is the 1/2 inch long angled brush, the other ones were the shorts. And then I'm just going to do some little roses just to show you how those lovely pinky shades set really nice next to this browny gold and white one stroke. And just showing you how easy you can pull those roses together. Can you see that they're built up of just a few shapes, almost like some of them when you're doing the inner petals are like comma strokes. The main part of the rose are like the N shape, the U shape, and then you've got those comma strokes coming in for the petals. And here doing that again. So you've got these little shapes, 5 outer petals for this one, U shape, then comma, an inverted comma there, and then you've soon filled up and created that rose. Then I'm going in with the darker shades just to make it a little bit more pinky colour, so you can see it standing out a little bit more. So you just want to make sure that you get some definition into those roses, because face paint can very much sink into the skin. But as you can see now, we're going, it's quite symmetrical both sides. Now I'm going to these darker greens with, this is the smaller brush again, and so I've just got these lovely greens coming through. These greens I mix myself, so it's not a retail variety. It's obviously the retail paint, but I've created that darker colour myself. And then I think the green, the other green, they either mix myself or it might be the Superstar green, but I can't remember which one. And then I'm going into the lighter colours because this is a very small brush. Then you can put the lighter colour on the top. But this way you can be versatile. You can just keep it dark green, or you can add the lighter colour on top like I'm doing. And then here I'm just doing it at the side, bringing out those lovely organic type colours, natural colours, those sort of greens that you do find out in the garden. And then now I'm just using the detail brush, pointed number 2 round, and I'm doing some teardrops, just going side by side, making sure that you have balance to the design. So this practice. This design that I'm doing is really good for princess crowns. I'm not saying you have to go this detailed, but I'm just showing you how you can achieve it and going side by side for continuity, for remembering what you just did on the one side, so you don't get it wrong when you're putting it on the face. So you don't just do one side, you start to balance it out, going right to left or left to right, depending on which hand is your dominant hand. Now I'm using the liner. I'm just making some beautiful natural little swirls and little teardrops, nice and dainty, nice and whimsical, nice and light. And there, just adding them all on. And also this is just a great muscle memory exercise as well. So I'm also going to post this in my members group as well, so I'm sure they'll like seeing this as well. But I thought I'd just share it on my main pages as well. So I'm now posting more on YouTube. Just starting to, I forgot about it, to be honest. There's over 5,000 subscribers, which I didn't even realise. So I'm going to try and start doing that then. TikTok, I'm not a huge fan of TikTok, but it's starting to build up slowly. Trying to remember to post, like, so much to remember, to be honest. And I still get the biggest audience on Facebook, to be honest. But just trying to build it up again. So if you want to do some follows and subscribes, then those are the play Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, stuff like that. I'm also doing more blogs on my website, really good, informational, to help face paint, especially newer face painters. I'm going to be trying to do some more of those. So yeah. The key is to try and help and put the right advice out there rather than the blind leading the blind. So just trying to be. So now this is the liner brush that's got really tired and split, but there's always a use. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I decided to show you how you can use this brush. So I'm going, you can't, oh you can, there we go. You see me going into my white, my little dent, my little well there. And you can see it split, just about, there you go, and that V. You see that V shape, that split, there we go. V for victory. I don't think anyone's victorious at the moment, are they? Were they ever, to be honest? Crazy, crazy world. So yeah, can you see? Just made those lovely double lines. It's quite cute, really. Rather than throwing it away. I hate throwing away brushes. Even if you didn't want to make the double indentation, you could always cut the one side off and make a really, really, really fine liner until it really gives up for you. But yeah, so just trying to make use of it really and what you can do with it. And now obviously doing some little dots to make it more fairy-fied. Anyone who follows me know I use that expression a lot. I just think of those little dots as little, just, you know, what fairies would like, little dots and stuff, rather than great big ones. Just making it like really cute, really like, you know, gentle and pretty. So yeah, so just building up the design. Great muscle memory exercise. So yeah, so just have a go at doing something like this, and it will really help you with your symmetry work, give you some confidence with your lovely princess crowns and things, and can take you off into all sorts of different directions, to be honest. I just find these kind of exercises really relaxing as well, even when I've been face painting. And I love all these colours. So sometimes it's about just putting some colours together to give people ideas. Again, now I'm using that detailed round number 2. These brushes, the liners might give up a little bit, but these, they keep their point beautifully. By Rosemary & Co. They just never ever. The smaller ones give up. So there's in the set, there's the really small detailed ones because again you're putting them through an awful lot of work. I'm expecting quite a lot from them. So they will eventually need replacing. It would be a lie to say that those little detail brushes don't need replacing over time, because they do, because you really are working them. They're working them quite hard. And I love those little fat swirls there where you end up just swizzing the brush around and getting those lovely scrolly effect swirls. Can you see that white's really brought out that design as well? And I'm going to show you here now. I always say about the glitter, so I enhance with glitter. You'll see where I put it. This is the dual purpose board as well. This is the code of practice on one side, and then you can use it as a practice board the other. And there's that glitter. Just going to show you how it sparkles. So I put it around the design rather than on the design. So when it comes off, you're still left with a full face painting design. And it's also much better for the environment if you use it sparingly. Hope you enjoy.